It's here. Hey, what's up guys, I'm Sheenoob. So you're probably wondering what I'm doing here because the soundtrack isn't out yet. Well, this year, in a strange turn of events, I've actually gotten the RWBY Volume 3 Blu-ray before the soundtrack has come out, which has never happened before. So I decided to do a review on the Blu-ray just to keep you and myself sane until the soundtrack makes its appearance. Speaking of the soundtrack, Jeff Williams was on a panel at PAX this year. He said the tracks have all gone off to iTunes and it should be up very, very soon. I also want to give a shout out really quickly to Alex Abraham. For those of you who don't know, he's one of the score composers on RWBY and he's responsible for such masterpieces as this, and this, and this. And he's been telling me about some cool things that they're going to be doing with the soundtrack this year. And also just in general being a really awesome person. He actually went and watched my RWBY videos, which is amazing. So Alex, if you're watching this, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate your support and all of the amazing work you do for RWBY. But anyway, to the Blu-ray. So I'm not going to talk loads about the actual content that's in here because I don't want to spoil it all before everyone else gets their hands on it. I just wanted to sort of make an informative video about it and let you guys know whether I think it's worth the purchase or not. And the answer is yes, definitely worth the 28 bucks I paid for it. And before you all freak out like, why have you got the Blu-ray so early, Sheenoob? Doesn't it come out in May? Yes, it is being released worldwide in May, but Hanabi was having a competition where you could go into the draw to win a bunch of merch if you pre-ordered the RWBY Blu-ray through Australian store JB Hi-Fi. This offer was exclusive to Hanabi, who, for those of you who don't know, are Rooster Teeth's distributors in Australia for all things RWBY, Red vs. Blue, Achievement Hunter, etc. Which means that this was an offer exclusive to Australia only. I'm not sure why this occurred, but this was actually released on the 14th of May through JB Hi-Fi only. I didn't get mine until the 22nd because of an order error, but the official worldwide release is on May the 3rd. So only a few more days to go for the rest of you, but you get to hear me tell you about it a little bit early. So starting with the quality of the volume itself, it looks gorgeous. The picture is crisp, the color is vibrant. I think the quality might actually be a bit better than the digital release. This one only came with the Blu-ray itself. If you buy the one that comes out on May 3rd, you'll likely get the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. But I wasn't all that fast because the Blu-ray tends to hold extra content anyway. And speaking of that extra content, there are 3 full commentaries on this volume. The director's commentary featuring Kerry Shawcross, Miles Luna, Gray Haddock, and also a new addition this year of producer Cohen Wooten. There's also a cast commentary that features Lindsay Jones, Cara Eberle, Samantha Ireland, Barbara Dunkelman, and Miles Luna for the first 6 chapters of the volume. Then for the last 6 chapters, it's Lindsay, Barbara, Gray, Jen Brown, and Shannon McCormick. There's also a crew commentary featuring about 5 or 6 different crewbie members every chapter, alternating each chapter of the volume, making sure everyone gets their 2 cents about the volume, I suppose. I haven't gotten to all of the crew's commentaries just yet, but the directors and cast ones are thoroughly entertaining, and the facts that you find out about the volume while watching it are fascinating and give a lot of insight. For example, that's not coffee in Ozpin's mug. And that's all I'll say about that. And finally, the special features. There's 3 behind-the-scenes featurettes at just over 20 minutes each. All 4 World of Remnant videos are on there. There's some crewbie photos. There's trailers for various different Rooster Teeth shows and Grimmar clips. There's also the option of watching the volume as a movie where they cut all the credits out, or watching it chapter by chapter. There's also one of those pop-up in-movie menus that appears at the bottom of the screen that most Blu-rays have these days. All in all, good Blu-ray, plenty of content to keep you busy for a few hours, and the commentaries, as always, are very entertaining. I just always love hearing about a show from the people who created it. I think it's fascinating the things that they have to say about their work, especially when it's something like this that I just love so much. So that's about it for the Blu-ray itself, but I definitely recommend that you should support Rooster Teeth and buy this when it comes out on May the 3rd. Or if you're an Aussie and have access to a local JB Hi-Fi, it's out now. What are you waiting for? And before I go, I just want to talk really quickly about what's happening with my reaction videos for Volume 4. I have decided that I am going to film my reactions to the episodes. I'm only going to upload them if there's something that happened that was worth reacting to, which I feel like we might have a lot of next volume. And they will be edited again the same way I did them for Volume 3. I really can't avoid that. YouTube's guidelines actually state that you can't put someone else's entire video in your own. It's a violation of the rules, which is half of the reason why I edit bits out. I also edit them out because they're not interesting. You're not missing anything that I'm reacting to. Plus, you've probably already all seen the episode, so I feel like you don't need to see the whole thing again with me just sitting there gawking at it like this. The point isn't for those videos to have long bits of silence in them. The point is for them to be entertaining and funny, and so that you can laugh at my misery after feeling your own. So I won't be changing the way I'm doing them next volume, but I will be doing them. Also, I went to my local theatre on Wednesday night for the Volume 1 screening, which was amazing, and it was such a great experience to see the volume on the big screen. And I can't wait to see Volumes 2 and 3 because they're going to be even better. There was even a couple of cosplays, which I couldn't believe considering there was only 130 of us there. I'll probably insert the footage here. It was a really great night except for one thing. The 4 Asian boys sat directly to my right who would not stop talking the whole way through the volume, even after 4 different people had asked them to be quiet. After the second time they'd been told to shut up and continued to talk, I was ready to give them a piece of my mind, but the volume was almost over by then. We had all paid money to be there to watch RWBY. I don't care where you're from, that's just rude. Anyway, on that lovely note, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did, and leave a comment telling me about how excited you are for the Volume 3 soundtrack. Remember, I will also be doing a soundtrack review, and of course, as soon as I have access to the music, the RWBY videos are just going to start pouring out. So hit the subscribe button up there to make sure you don't miss any of them. Also, you can follow me on my social media, and there's more videos below me now if you'd like to check out some more of my stuff, and I will see you for the soundtrack review. Bye! About 5 or 6 different crewbie members. 5 or 6 different crewbie members. Oh, I can't say that. Crewbie members. 5 or 6 different crewbie members. Crewbie members! Why can't I say that?